Welcome back to Press Review. Let's start by taking a look at today's front pages in the Middle East. The UAE's Gulf News leads its front page reporting that officials involved in the fraught Israeli-Palestinian peace have said that an agreement was near on extending the negotiations through 2015 in exchange for the release of Israeli spy Jonathan Pollard and include the release of hundreds of Palestinian prisoners and a partial freeze on construction. It also reports that NATO's foreign ministers ordered an end to civilian and military cooperation with Russia and told their general and admirals to quickly figure out ways to better protect alliance members that feel threatened by the Kremlin. From Turkey, the Hurriyet Daily News leads its front page reporting that tension surrounding the elections refuses to die amid claims of electoral fraud at ballot boxes around the country, especially in the capital Ankara. The paper also reports that Turkish Foreign Minister Ahmet Davutoglu has downplayed the Fethullah Gulen movement's influence on voters and the results of the local elections held on March the 30th. In Israel, the Jerusalem Post leads reporting that US Secretary of State John Kerry cancelled his plans to visit Ramallah to hold talks with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas after the president applied for Palestinian membership in 15 international organizations. It also reports that senior army sources have revealed that the IDF is set to have military cloud computing networks in the operation by the end of this year, allowing commanders in any particular combat arena to log in and receive real-time intelligence on the location of enemy targets. Egypt Independent leads reporting that Ibrahim Munir, Secretary of the Muslim Brotherhood's international wing, said investigations by England over the Brotherhood will not convict the group. The paper also reports that Apple suppliers will begin mass-producing displays as early as May for the next iPhone, expected to be launched this autumn with a 4.7-inch screen, likely to be produced first, while a 5.5-inch version could be delayed. The Egypt Independent is reporting that an Egyptian police brigadier general has been killed in Cairo in what security sources say a twin bomb attack outside Cairo University. It also reports that Qatar's emir has started a visit to Sudan at a time of strained ties with his country's Gulf neighbors over its perceived support for the Egypt-based Muslim Brotherhood. And now let's take a look at the top Middle East news from UK papers. The Independent leads Middle East section reporting that the Middle East peace process appears to be disintegrating after Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas applied to join 15 international organizations, a step Israel views as incompatible with the continuation of the troubled peace negotiations. The paper says it was not immediately clear if the Palestinian move was a tactical step to get a better deal for extending the talks or the start of a process of moving away from the negotiations entirely. The Guardian leads Middle East section following David Cameron's order of an inquiry into the Muslim Brotherhood. Cameron said the government's inquiry aimed to uncover any path of extremism and violent extremism, what its connections are with other groups, what its presence is here in the United Kingdom, and to fully understand the true nature of the organization that we are dealing with. The paper says the British establishment reportedly fears that the Islamist group is planning extremist activities from headquarters in northwest London. The Telegraph leads Middle East section reporting that as David Cameron orders inquiry into Egyptian organization Muslim Brotherhood, Crispin Blunt, a former justice minister, warns that putting it on the terror list without sufficient evidence could have serious consequences. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East news in international papers. China's Global Times leads Middle East section reporting that at least 3 Al-Qaeda suspects have been killed and 4 others injured in US drone strike in Yemen's southern province of Abiyan. The drone fired 3 missiles and destroyed 2 huts and a site used as a training center for Al-Qaeda militants in a mountainous region in Mahfad town. The Los Angeles Times leads reporting that Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has announced plans to press the issue of Palestinian statehood by applying for membership in 15 international agencies despite strong Israeli opposition. The paper says Israelis fear that the Palestinians will use their standing in the organizations to bring war crime cases and increase international isolation of Israel. And finally, Germany's Deutsche Welle leads its Middle East section reporting that hundreds of demonstrators massed outside the elections authority in the Turkish capital Ankara in support of Republican People's Party CHP, which is disputing the results of the Ankara mayoral race and other areas. Riot police used water cannon to break up the protesters who chanted "Thief Tayyip" and "Ankara don't." That was it for today, and for more updates please visit Levant.tv. Thanks for watching. Carmen will be with you tomorrow for another press review, and bye for now.